What it do, baby? It's your boy Zach D Knows, and we're back with another video, man. Right now we're gonna react to the I Am Athlete. Been saying this shit a lot, you know what feel me? Brandon Marshall and Ocho Cinco, and you got Terrell Owens on this one. Ocho Cinco be talking out his fucking mind, but let's go and get into it. We can go. We can go ahead and just skip. She really go. We can go 32 minutes in.
I can't.
So is there hope moving forward?
Yeah, there's hope. That's what I just asked you. Is there hope moving forward based on the things that God has promised, even though still, now because of the system, even he got somebody to answer to. Who does he have to answer to? What? I mean, that's why Kamala Harris is his I think I'm not listening to me. I think have somebody to answer to. I hear what I would say. I think we gotta do all people. We gotta do a better job of learning, myself included. Like we did a great job going out, everybody going out and voting, letting their voice be heard. But I think it doesn't stop here. Like we gotta continue to learn. We gotta continue to.
You got a fat ass head. When you just hot like that shit is like that shit get white up there. You feel me?
Matters. You know, and I feel like
you need to cut that shit off too.
We say college like
that's an uncomfortable roller coaster.
The reason it's an uncomfortable roller coaster
because whether you know a lot or the bare minimum, there's someone out there because of who you are that will be glad and willing to teach you to help your shortcomings. So you speak from the heart, and then everything else, you know, it'll balance itself out. You know, and I just think that in this age of information, you know, you just speak on it. You know, and people come to the rescue.
I missed a good part. I wanted to rock relationships and a role play. Nah, I don't know if I fuck with this one.
And I mean, you guys really set the bar high. Pioneers in the game. I mean, there were so many people. Icky Shuffle, Deion Sanders came before you guys did.
Billy White shoes,
all of that. But all right, so we got you here. What was one of those defined, like one of those moments you look back, because you had a lot of headlines. So what was one of those moments where you're like, yo, that was dope? Like everything you did, the star to doing push-ups and sit-ups, you know, when you was holding out.
I think defining moment, I guess celebration wise, when I did the Sharpie, when I took the Sharpie out the side. I just did it spur of the moment. Like right before I went out on that series, we had one of our equipment guys, obviously they Sharpie things up, you know, blackout stuff, and so I just happened to just see him pass by and I asked him if he had a Sharpie. And he was like, yeah, so he gave it to me, so he thought I was gonna do something to give it back to him. But I was like, no, I'm good. So he walked off and I just put it in my sock. So when the next series came up, I just felt like I was going to score, make a big play on that series out.
But you can't. You got to know you can get fined for that. That's premeditated.
No, I didn't.
You didn't get fined for that?
No, there was nothing against that.
That was a good one.
Everything that happened after our celebrations, obviously, like I said,
they started saying no problems.
Right. But up until that point, there was nothing in the rule books, nothing that said that we couldn't do X, Y, Z. Even going to the middle of the field, there was no rule that said that I couldn't do that. I couldn't run a certain amount of yards. There was nothing. They started implementing all these.
I remember the popcorn and shit.
And we started getting really extravagant with celebrations. We got Joe Horn, he hiding things behind the phone. Right. So everybody tried to just start one-upping each other and trying to be fair.
And I mean, you guys are pioneers in this space. One of the things that I truly believe makes this show really good and why people are engaging with what we're doing is because people walk away learning something. You've also had some low moments. We've all had low moments. I want to know, like, what was when you say, you know what, this was the lowest for me, or this is one of those moments where you had to pick yourself up or you had to lean on somebody else, you know, because you were in this position where the entire world, when you talk about football, it was like T.O. You got T.O., you got Tom Brady. You know, you guys were the biggest stars in football. I mean, that comes with a lot.
Man, I just rolled with the punches, man. I think based on how I was raised, my grandmother raised me, she always, church every Sunday. And I was a big believer in faith, you know what I mean? No matter whatever the situation, obstacle or what have you,
I
had coaches that were in my corner that knew that, like I said, despite whatever the media was saying or however they tried to slice and dice it or however they tried to portray me, I knew that I hadn't really done anything wrong. In the eyes of maybe the people, the commentators or whatever, maybe they just didn't know who I was as a person. Yeah, that's their job to commentate, analyze, and really kind of dissect, I guess, what was going on without proper information.
Yeah.
So outside of that, I wasn't really doing anything wrong. Everybody was just listening to the information that was obviously being spewed, through media and the number of outlets.
Do you think because how people portrayed you, like you, in my mind, you should have been a first
Absolutely.
ballot Hall of Famer?
That actually is facts. Should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer, no cap. Ocho Cinco should not be in the Hall of
So I
Fame.
want to get your thoughts on the Hall of Fame.
Nor Brandon Marshall.
And
Nor that old ass nigga Fred
the
Taylor.
media played a role in you not getting in when you should have gotten in.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's criteria.
I'm better than Fred Taylor.
There's the mantra in which the Hall of Fame, the standard in which they live by. I checked all those boxes, but when it came to me, as far as my first nomination, it's almost like I said, I think Shannon Sharp said it best. They started moving the goal line further and further away when it was my opportunity to obviously be inducted. So they started bringing up all these, I guess, character issues or what have you, locker room distractions, but there really weren't any off-the-field issues.
Correct.
When you talk about character, I felt like I represented not only my family, but I represented every organization the best that I could. I've never been in off the field, never been in any run-ins with the law, none of that. But there are guys that were nominated, inducted to the Hall of Fame that had a rap sheet way worse than me.
Yeah. So is that broken? Is the Hall of Fame broken?
That's what I want to get into. You mentioned criteria.
Yeah, there are some flaws within the
I
process.
question what the criteria is, but my question to you is,
Criteria is, I go ahead and tell you. You have to be great at your position. For me, they let too many niggas in the Hall of Fame, no cap. But you got to be great at your position, right? So not only do you have to be great, but you got to be at some point in your career at least, I would say like top 5. If you want to make it exclusive at some point in your career, top 5. But like, let's say you were in a really heavy class, but it was just like, it was just stacked at receiver, or it was stacked at corner, or and really never stacked at corner, but it was stacked at running back or something like that. Then maybe top 10. But if you just a nigga who was like top 11 for like 5 years, but you were never that man, you were never that dude, you get in the ring of honor. You feel me? You don't get to the Hall of Fame, you get to the ring of honor.
frustration. Were you most frustrated about being injured in the Super Bowl in Jacksonville? I think that was 2004. Or how the Hall of Fame process
No, it was
took
more
place?
than, I would definitely hands down the Hall of Fame process, because everything, like I said, I was second, third, behind the greatest receiver of all time, and Jerry Rice. So obviously for me to reach all those
He's the
accomplishments,
second greatest statistical receiver of all time, Terrell Owens.
When I left high school, nor when I left UT Chattanooga. So I felt like my body of work basically it spoke loudly for myself. I didn't really need my teammates to stand on the table for me. My stats, because that's what it's based on, your body of work. And when you're second, third, or fourth all time, coming out of a small school, and you come in 96 draft, and you have 11 to 12 guys that go before you, then again, like I said, I don't need a representative.
Do you have any regrets from not
Absolutely
speaking
not.
in Canton?
None.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Like, he's bitter.
I'm a bitter. What have
Hall
I
of
been bitter
Fame.
about?
Now, bitter, I wouldn't even say bitter. I know that's the wrong word.
Yeah.
That's the wrong word.
All y'all believe y'all should be in the Hall of Fame.
No.
I mean, I know what it is.
Theo, so you're the only one sitting here right now in the Hall of Fame. I ain't up yet, okay? But you've been out 5 years.
I inducted myself.
And then like he feels some type of way about the committee.
Didn't I induct myself?
We've been through this.
No, I don't. Well,
I
we've been through
never
what?
said I was bitter.
That was wrong. That was a wrong choice of words by me. But you feel
when I look at the guys that are in there, at the point in which I retired 15th all time on the list. My numbers was better than 16 of the guys that was already currently in the Hall of Fame. What's the problem? You look at the guys that are in the Hall of Fame from a defensive standpoint. Ray Lewis, Derrick Brooks. Look at Ed Reed. Look at Champ Bailey. Look at all these other guys they're trying to put in the Hall of Fame that somehow make it to the finalist room. Look at John Lynch. These are the same dudes that I murk every Sunday. So what's the problem? I don't care. They can hear it right here. They know what it is. Every Sunday. So what's the problem?
I said my due diligence. Merc? I don't know. Having a couple of, had some good runs maybe. Merc? I don't know. I just say I think Ray Lewis probably got the better of you. John Lynch? I give you that.
Yeah, for real. What's the problem? A little bitter. So no, I'm not bitter. It might be sweet, but it ain't bitter.
I say that.
You
I
feel
use the
me?
wrong words, but we can talk about whatever we want to talk about. You felt like the process was wrong. You feel like the process is wrong. He feel like
We don't need validation from you.
Crackers?
Christians.
When it came to Theo, I think the process, he was first ballot was written all over the sheet.
I told you. Listen,
You know what I'm saying?
let me ask you a
It was
question
written.
before you say anything. Who does the voting?
Media.
That's the question.
Football writers.
Who does the voting?
The media, not the players.
Is it the people we played against?
No.
Is it the coaches that had to stop us on Sunday?
No.
No.
So who in the is validating the people doing the voting, actually voting, who's allowed in the goddamn hall?
So when the
Answer the
question
question.
are you a Hall of Famer? Should you be in the Hall of Fame?
Didn't I induct myself? Did I induct myself or not? Answer the question.
You did.
Answer the question.
Yes.
Wait.
Yes.
Don't say nothing. Let me finish. Why did I induct myself? Because I don't want to play what?
No, let me answer the question. Let me answer
Kiss
the
ass?
question.
Because I want to play what?
Because it
No.
was a celebration.
Don't do that.
You inducted
Don't
them.
do that. Because I don't. It starts with a P. I don't want to
Politics,
I don't want to play.
baby.
I don't want to play politics. If I wanted to, I would play politics.
I thought it was kiss ass.
So it wasn't for the cameras, wasn't for ESPN,
No.
another
What did I
celebration.
tell you? When I caught that touchdown against the Ravens Monday or Sunday night, I had just crossed the 10,000 mark. And for me, I felt I was worthy of the Hall of Fame without having to play politics with the mother.
Hall of Famer, you in there, you in that committee. I don't know what y'all be doing.
No, I'm not in
Is
the
he a Hall of
committee.
Famer?
I think
Is he a Hall of Famer?
Why are you asking him?
Because he's in there.
I'm better than that, man.
There we go.
That's not even tape worthy. Don't even waste y'all tape on that conversation.
Hold on.
This dude here.
What do we got, Chef?
I have gumbo for you. For you, I have salmon and collard greens because you are on a special diet.
I got a race.
Gumbo.
So I got a race. So I got a race. Yeah, I got to stay lean and mean. You know,
You got a race?
I got to make sure my engine is ready.
Wait, who you racing?
Hold on. So Chef, so you gonna feed him salmon and spinach or greens, and you gonna give me all the stuff that's gonna slow me
No.
down?
This is upon
So we got
request.
gumbo here.
He's a special guest, and he has special dietary restrictions.
Oh, but I ain't know we can put in requests like that.
Well, why y'all still be eating on the diet and all that? Why
I
y'all
don't
doing
understand.
that?
I don't know why they was on a diet in the first place to begin with. Like,
Who says I'm not a diet?
Chef, can you tell these boys why it's important for them to take care of themselves and eat right, even when you're not playing?
This is called preservation of my sexiness.
Oh,
You may not know anything about that.
Get
You may
into
be
that.
light skinned, but light skin is long.
See you see this long, beautiful hair?
Well, you look like Millie Vanilli sitting over there.
Boy, these thick shoulders, boy.
you like Millie?
All right, so Chef, talk to us about what we're eating. You know, we already see that T.O. got special privileges like he always has in the NFL. Well, talk to us a little bit about your inspiration behind this dish, what we eating, etc.
Well, this is New Orleans.
We're gonna cut it off right there. See you later, baby.
Crawfish.
I said cut the camera, man. Jeez. Man, for real. I'm out of here, man.